Hi, friends. Welcome back to today's episode of the Life with Loverly podcast. Hi, Nichelle.
Hey.
Today's episode is going to be so much fun. We're going to do some rapid fire questions, and you guys are going to get to know us real well after.
Real quick and real well.
Yeah, after this. We are actually coming in the studio hot after we've been volunteering with the team this morning and into like the afternoon.
Yeah.
We went out to Camp Twin Lakes in Winder and volunteered for ESP. They have camp going on this week, and it's kind of like a cool, I feel like the opportunity to go volunteer was really exciting because last year when we had the closet sale, we donated $21,000, which was all the proceeds from the closet sale, to ESP, and kind of said, like, you guys do whatever you want with this money. And they decided that they were going to use it to send kids to summer camp.
Yeah.
So they used that money, and 21 kids were able to come to summer camp. Fast forward now, we were like, hey, we would love to, when is summer camp? Like, we would love to come and volunteer or just come out and see. And they happened to have a need for serving lunch one of the days during camp. So all Team Loverly Gray, we went out to Winder today and served lunch.
And it was their last day. So
Yeah.
I felt like everybody was like really excited, ready to like send off. Like
Yeah.
the vibes are really high. It was really fun after
Totally.
lunch celebrating.
I know they do this really fun spirit time where we would dance around, and it was just so fun to actually see where like money that you donate.
Yes.
And a lot of you guys like participated in it from like coming to the closet sale. And so it was really just like a full circle moment to actually be on like site with them.
It really was. And that team, I mean, first of all, everyone who works for ESP is so amazing.
Yeah.
So fun to work with. But then the kids, we've seen them repeatedly now.
Yes.
After going to visit. So it's so fun. It's so magical.
Yeah, it
So-
definitely gives you like a sense of just like, I feel like I leave spending time with ESP and just like appreciate my life.
Yes.
And I'm just like, okay, wow. Like, so for those of y'all who aren't familiar, ESP is Extra Special People, and it is an organization for people of all abilities. A lot of their participants and like kids that come to camp or come do their like daily activities, they're really all ages. A lot of them are in wheelchairs or maybe have like Down syndrome or autism or cerebral palsy or whatever type of disability that they have. They come into this environment where they are seen for their abilities.
Yeah.
And it's just such an amazing environment. I think like once you spend time with them, once you get sucked in, especially if you're around their CEO, Laura Whitaker, she will make sure that you are sucked in for life, which is where I just like totally appreciate her as a leader and as a woman and as a mom in the community. She's amazing. So it's just been so much fun over the last really probably 2 years for me, just being involved with them, but really getting to like spend time dancing, hanging out, being part of their day was just so much fun. So I feel like we're kind of like all on a little bit of a high over here.
For sure.
So that's kind of what we're up to right now. And
We're about to get into these rapid fire questions. And guys, they're going to actually be showing us for the first time what these questions are. And they're just going to really quick hold up the questions. So I'm really curious to see.
I know. We're
'Cause
gonna
you guys were actually the ones that turned these in. So
yes, we pulled y'all. You guys gave us all these questions. So they're going to hold up a category, and then we'll announce the category.
Yeah.
And then I guess we'll read the question. Should we like do it in some type of order, or should we just both like?
I think we go back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
do that. Let's do that. Sounds good.
All right.
Again,
We're
just diving right in.
come along for the crazy ride.
Yes.
Okay. So first category is date night. How often for date night? We try to go once a week.
Once a week. Most unique date night you've been on. Being on a date, because that's like new for us.
You're like actually going on the date.
Yeah.
Most unique date night. Oh, gosh, I don't know. The first thing that comes to my mind is like not necessarily a date night, but we were on vacation. We went like and dove in like a shark tank. And that feels like very scary.
It feels very scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Fancy or relaxed? I feel like in the middle.
I know. I like a good fancy, but also maybe that just trickled in.
Yeah.
Weekend or weeknight?
We try to do weeknight mostly.
Mostly weeknight for us too.
Who plans them? It depends. Usually it's like, hey, want to go to date night tonight? And Chris is like, sure, where do you want to go? And I'm like, Chuck's or Last Resort. And he's like, okay. So I don't know if that would be like us together.
Right. I usually decide because Robert's like, wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
So
they're like, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Go to dessert. Tiramisu.
Ooh, I would say like Cecilia's cake at Last Resort. We will go out of our way to go there and get it.
I wish I had that close by.
Yeah. Yeah. At home date night, good or bad? I mean, I feel like that just reminds me too much of COVID times. So I wouldn't choose to do an at home date night if I had the option to go out in 2023.
Yeah, no. I think it's just because we spent so many years doing that because our kids were both young. And
Yeah.
It just like was hard. So no for me. Alone or double date? Alone.
We double date a lot, actually. Like, I find myself having to be like, okay, so this time we should probably just go us because, like, the last 4 times we, like, had a friend or,
Yeah.
you know, other couples going.
Yeah. Sex before or after. If you're lucky.
Nichelle.
I'm just kidding. After, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely after, I would say most occasions.
Yeah. No, I don't want to do that after. I don't want to go on a date night after that.
Right. Like, I'm like, do we, like.
No, thanks. No.
We need to just be, like, I feel like I'm going to be tired after, you know?
I
Like,
just feel gross.
then I want to go to sleep.
Exactly.
Anyway. All right. Next topic is marriage.
Okay. Best piece of advice you received before getting married. I don't think I got any advice. It was, are you sure? Because you're going to have to pay your bills on your own. That's what it was.
Well, you also got married when you were 21.
I did. So
I think the best marriage advice was just constantly having open communication and like talking it out. Like, it's cliche, but like not going to bed angry.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's been a handful of times where we have gone to bed angry and I just was like, this is not the advice we were given. Like, we're breaking the rules. Talk to me.
Robert always says that. Don't go to bed angry.
Premarital counseling. We did it. So I would recommend 10 out of 10.
Yes, we did it too. Who said I love you first? I did.
I think Chris did. I feel like Chris did. And then I was like, but we were kind of both, I don't know. Yeah.
I made it awkward.
Must-haves for wedding registry. Favorite thing you received from your registry?
My biggest thing is everyday items. I will say, like, for me, everybody kept telling me to put china on mine, and I literally never touched that.
Yeah.
No. But that might be important to somebody, but I'm like towels and like those everyday things, kitchen appliances even.
I think like really walk through like the rooms of a house and see like what is in there. Oh, we need like extra hand towels for the bathroom, or we need like truly go through and kind of figure out before you go into a store to register. Because then I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, we don't need that. But then you get back and you're like, oh, that would have actually been super helpful. We registered at Anthropology, and which was like, so that I could get some like prettier of their home stuff. But then some people were just like giving Anthropology gift cards, to which I took and like got like a whole new wardrobe. Not really. I mean, I did buy some like beautiful platters and things like that. But Chris was like,
win-win.
wait, this isn't fair. You're like, you just bought a dress with that. And I'm like, I know, date night. Like, what do you think?
Exactly.
One thing I would recommend, though, that we did not do that I wish we would have done was register for Christmas dishes.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, I really wish I had some like Christmas china or just like specific plates that we use at Christmas time.
Yeah.
And we don't. So
Yeah.
I would register for that.
Best habit in your marriage. We always eat dinner together when possible.
Yeah, I feel like that's a... I
Like
would say
we will
do
come
that
together
too.
for that. Yeah.
I mean, I would say that's probably the same. There's nothing else that's like sticking out. Biggest challenge in your marriage? Huh. Nichelle's eyes look like... Which one am I going to say?
Yeah.
Biggest challenge. I don't know. I think like for a little while before we got kind of like when we did premarital counseling and like into our like first years of marriage, it was like kind of religion based because Chris grew up Catholic. I did not. And I just feel like the differences in Catholicism and Christianity, you know, there was just a lot. And so that kind of was like a challenging in like the first few years as we were kind of like navigating, you know, church and that type of thing.
I would say recently it's actually been brought up a lot, but politics. Most awkward marriage moment.
I would say mine was before we were married. We were dating and we went out of town to a friend's wedding and we like got a hotel room with another couple. So like they were sharing the room with us. And I had like terrible stomach issues.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking, thank God the other couple had been like drinking at the wedding because when they like went to bed, they went to bed and I literally went into the bathroom and like had explosive diarrhea. It was coming out of the toilet. Chris had, I mean, and this is like early on in our relationship. Chris, I like came out and I'm like crying and I'm like, can you please go to the front desk and get a plunger? He literally comes back. He was like, here, I'll handle it. I was like, give me that plunger. You will not handle it. It's like a crime scene in there.
Yeah.
We get it all cleaned up. I don't know. We were in Savannah. We had to stop like 3 or 4 times on the way home for me to like go to the bathroom. It was so terrible. I don't know if I just like ate something. And I mean, he's still with me. So I guess it wasn't that traumatic for him, but like it was, I guess maybe that would be great for like most traumatic relationship experience instead of awkward because like we just flew past awkward into like trauma.
Mine's definitely awkward, but I have so many of them. But this is the only one that's coming to my mind right now. I hope my mother-in-law's not listening. Robert wanted to do the nasty in the same hotel room as them
As
when they were sleeping right next to us when we were on vacation.
in the same room as your in-laws? Did you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only time it happened, and I was very angry afterwards, but...
Robert got his fix. Okay, joint or separate finances? We have joint.
Joint. How to keep things spicy. Date. Do things different. Like, you need to date your person constantly.
Yeah, and like try new things.
Yes.
Like switch it up a little bit. I mean, spicy, feel like in
Switch
the
it up a
bedroom
little
is
bit.
what it's referring to. I don't know. Yeah. All right, next topic is vacation. Fave place to vacation with family. Well, for us, I would say probably 30A. That's where we always go.
Yeah. I think it's just because we've been doing it now for several years. Anna Maria Island in Florida. It's just our like big family vacation. Favorite place with spouse. Definitely Mexico. Jamaica. Jamaica.
Mine would be to Puerto Rico we went to Dorado Beach, and that was like, I literally dream about that trip of how just amazing and fun and everything that was. Like, I want to go back tomorrow if I could.
Bucket list destination. I have so many of them. Let me just say Europe, because that's on mine.
We went to Italy for our anniversary one year, and I would absolutely go back there to like other parts of Italy, or even Greece. I think would be so amazing. That's what I'm saying. Like can we just go there for a year?
Let's go travel, you know.
Loverly Greg goes abroad.
Yes, exactly.
Hotel or Airbnb?
Airbnb.
I don't know. I guess it depends on where it is, because I do love a hotel, but it also depends on the hotel. I don't know. I'm team either, depending on the location and like what we're doing.
Yeah. Next planned trip. I don't have anything planned right now.
You did just get back from your vacation.
I did, but I did decide when we got back that I need a second one. So not just the one this year.
We are going to 30A at the end of July. And I'm already like, I'm like starting to be like, oh, I need to plan this. I need to plan that. I can't wait. Do you pack your husband's clothes?
Absolutely not.
No, I do not. He can handle it.
Yeah. Something you always do the first day you arrive. Unpack. Well, I don't think a lot of people do.
Like, you take your stuff out and put it in like the dresser there?
Yeah, and I put all my suitcases in each other so they can go out of the way.
Yeah. I do that. I think we always like...
Rapid fire was the first thing that came to mind.
It's true. We always go to dinner at this Mexican restaurant on our first night down at the beach. It's like, get in, unpack, and then like go eat at the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, it's good there. The Mexican restaurant, I think it's good.
Yeah, I know.
Beach or mountains?
Beach. Fave beach accessory.
Like functional? Is that what we're talking about?
Sure.
Honestly, my Logan and Lenora bags, because they're washable.
Then you can wash all the sand out of them.
It's been the best thing ever.
Yeah. Cook or eat out? I would say a combination of both. It's always fun to eat out at the beach, especially like if you, like we go to the same restaurants, or there's some restaurants that I'm like, I cannot wait to get back down there to eat this specific meal. But then we also cook at home on some nights too.
Yeah. We go out because we'll eat in for breakfast and lunch, and usually at the beach. And then, but like we love to go out because anything on vacation, it's usually like, it's so particular to being at the beach. So,
totally.
Yeah. After trip, unpack right away or wait? Oh, I unpack because it's already washed and I can put it away.
So you wash your clothes before you come home?
I am a freak about it. You can ask Robert. He was going nuts when we went on vacation because he like put a couple things on the floor and I was like, that is not, no. Put them in the washing machine, immediately washed.
We usually do wash clothes before we leave, but then I'll like leave my suitcase out for a few days and be like, pick out from like the suitcase. I usually try to get the girl stuff done right away, but I'm not like one of those, I don't know. I saw a meme once that was like, if you get home from your trip and like immediately unpack, you're a serial killer.
I mean,
and I'm like,
maybe,
well, maybe.
All right. This one's parenting and mom life. Funniest thing that happened as a parent so far. I haven't told you about what happened the other night. I don't want to tell it on air either. Oh, we were talking about sex, my oldest and I.
Oh. Are you going to tell it on the air?
Because I don't feel like it's right to tell his information on the air. Okay, funniest thing is definitely like the sex talk with my kids. Anything to do with the sex talk with my kids.
I also think like...
Oh, I have many funny moments.
Yeah. The first thing that comes to mind is when I like looked over one day and Collins was just like licking the refrigerator as like a 1.5-year-old. And I was like, what are you doing? And we were both like, what is life? You know, like, yeah, kids are weird.
Yeah.
Most inconvenient time your kid has thrown up. Ooh.
I haven't had one of those. And I don't know what this says, but Madison did almost throw up. She swallowed it back.
Oh, poor child.
She was like 5 when it happened. She was like, I just threw up. And I was like, where? And she's like, I swallowed it.
She probably didn't want to throw up either.
No.
Hazel so kindly threw up. We just sat down at a restaurant outside, thank God. And we're sitting down. We're like ordering our drinks, chips and quesos on the way. We are sitting, and she's just like being whiny. And I'm like, stop. Like, what is wrong? Like, you know? And she's like just wanting to like to hold on to me. And all of a sudden she just like turns and just like projectile vomits all over. And literally we're outside. The patio is full. Everybody just stops and like turns. And I was like, well, okay. I mean, like, what do you do? Like,
yeah.
So we cleaned it up and left. Favorite you time activity? I would say like going to the spa or treat your feet, or I mean, even just like going and getting my nails done.
Any me time, period, alone. I just enjoy. And honestly, a peruse through Target.
Yeah.
If I can read without being interrupted, it's great.
Yeah. I'm not picky.
No.
Are you currently living or surviving in this season?
I am surviving.
I feel like I'm like day to day. Like some days I'm like, oh, we're living today. And other days I'm like, oh, we're surviving this chapter of life.
Would you consider yourself a crunchy mom or a silky mom?
What is a silky mom?
I don't know.
I don't think I'm a crunchy mom.
I mean, if I'm just going by like what it says, it kind of feels like maybe I'd prefer to be a silky mom.
Yeah, same. Who is the disciplinarian?
Me.
Yeah, I would say I am too.
Yeah.
Like Chris tries, but I mean, they're 4 and 3, so it's like go to timeout, you know, or
Robert's their buddy. Funny phrase or thing that your kid has said. I think I just thought of one for you.
I think just like them talking about like little body parts right now. The girls like say their vagina.
Yeah.
And every time they say it, I'm like, okay, it's a vagina. And then they're like, yeah, vagina. And I'm like, okay, they just can't pronounce like, but it's kind of funny. It makes me giggle.
Mine it's a bunch of Gen Z stuff that I don't understand. But I'm like, that doesn't even make sense in this moment. Bryn's the worst. But she's like, if I walk down the stairs and we're about to go somewhere, she's like, slay. I'm like, what?
You're like, okay.
Thanks.
Something unexpected about motherhood. I would say like there's a lot I didn't know right after having a baby that was going to happen. Like the 4th trimester is a real thing. Like the night sweats, just like the emotions, the things that are like, you kind of have this like out of body experience. Like there's so many things about motherhood that it's like not expected, but I think kind of like it really hits you those first few weeks after, like just so many emotions. When I like thought I was emotionally stable person before, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't want to be crying, but
You're
like
literally
I just
unhinged.
am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine would be that I worry more about my kids now than when they were little.
Yeah.
It's like, it's getting like that stress of like worrying about them is, I don't know. It's just amplified.
Yeah.
As they've gotten older.
True.
How many hours of sleep do you get on the regular? This week is very different, but I definitely get 8 hours usually.
Same. 8 hours. Hard
Non-negotiable.
pass for not. I will say I sleep trained both my children early on.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 recommend. Like 1000%. Like get yourself moms on call and like live your life.
I even agree. I did not. And I wish that was around when they were little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next topic. We're moving on to music, movies, and books.
Favorite movie?
Oh, gosh, gosh.
Pretty Woman.
This is always so hard for me because I feel like I have so many favorite movies and then I like don't know what to say.
Oh, I
Like right now, I'm like, I don't even know what a movie is.
yeah. It's okay. It's not Marvel movies, that's for sure.
True. I'm not into the Marvel. I will go. I mean, this is like old school, but Sweet Home Alabama is like a classic.
Old school. I just gave you an 80s movie.
That's
Come
true.
on.
That's true. I
That's
mean,
a really good movie. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite music genre? I don't have one.
I think I would say mostly country. Like if I'm like, oh, I don't like, what am I going to listen to? I always just go to like country top hits first, and then I'll be like, oh, let me get some pop in here.
I almost said Harry Styles, but I was like, I guess people wouldn't think of that as a genre, but I'm just kidding.
Last song you listened to?
Dandelions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That song is stuck in my head for days right now.
Yeah. Mine's the same right now because we both heard it. So
I know. True.
Yeah. Favorite T Swift song? Ooh, that one's tough.
I'm really into Cruel Summer right now.
Yeah.
But like I feel like all-time favorite is Bad Blood.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just love like the music videos. That's so like
It's so hard. Getaway Car, maybe? That's probably why.
driving
Yeah.
in the getaway car. Da-na-na-na. Yeah.
Never get far.
Good vibes.
Nope.
R.I.P. T Swift.
Yeah.
I feel like that was mean to put in there, but it's fine.
Favorite book of all time. This is very tough for me because I kind of go back and forth. But Rapid Fire, because that's what we're supposed to be doing, is Taking Chances by Molly McAdams.
Rapid Fire. Oh, I mean, what comes to mind first, I think what is like stuck with me throughout so much of my life is the Karen Kingsbury series that she, like, I read those when I was like in high school or younger, and I still think about those characters to these days.
Yeah.
To this day.
That's how my book is just one of that actually got me passionate about reading again. So I think that's why it sticks with me too. Favorite singer you listen to regularly? Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I would say Taylor Swift
Yeah.
too. Favorite, most memorable concert?
Lady Gaga.
I think Mumford and Sons in Centennial Park in Atlanta. That was like Chris and I's one of our first dates. And it was just like everything about the setup was so magical. It was so much fun.
Yes. Favorite movie as a kid? Casper.
I really loved like Finding Nemo, Sandlot.
Was Finding Nemo around when you were little?
Not when I was little.
Oh.
When I was in high school. I liked it then too. Okay, favorite TV show. Go. What's that look?
Oh no. The Office.
I love Grey's Anatomy. Or, okay, I will
it
say
used
one
to
I
be.
really want to watch again that I love so much is Parenthood.
Oh, I never watched that.
Oh my gosh, you need to watch it. I'm not kidding. Now would be an excellent time for you to watch it.
Okay. Celebrity you'd like to meet.
I've heard great things about Ryan Reynolds and Matthew McConaughey. I'd love to meet them. Blake Lively.
I feel like I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, all of them.
I mean, yes, Ryan Reynolds, because genius.
Julia Roberts.
She's
classic.
And all of these singers, like I just keep thinking of like music artists. That's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
anyway.
mean, they're celebrities too.
I feel like Ryan Reynolds is a solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dream concert.
Well, it would be Taylor Swift at
It
this
was.
point in our life.
And it still is. So hopefully she comes back to the U.S. after her
Hey, or if
international
anybody
tour.
wants to, send us to L.A. Wink, wink. She's like looking at me. She's like, yeah, do you want to send us?
Please.
We could go work in LA for the week. You can pick only one: music, movies, or books.
Music.
Ooh, that's tough. I would be definitely between music or books. I think I'd have to go music too.
Yeah.
All right, next category is fashion.
Okay, you know a little something about this.
A little.
Yeah. Favorite wardrobe basics. A good solid pair of jeans.
Yes, classic denim jacket, great white or striped t-shirt as I'm wearing right now.
Good solid pair of sneakers.
Sneakers. Yeah. Favorite summer trend. I'm really into the two-piece set happening right now.
Yeah, that's really good.
Also love a clear heel and a statement earring.
Statement earring. That's my favorite right now.
Yeah. You've been thriving.
Yeah. Favorite colors you wear on yourself. I think yours is really easy. You go right ahead.
I like pinks or blues. I love when I'm like, I don't know. Those are what I like pull towards first.
This new, like, it's almost like cobalt blue that's been out this summer. I actually really like it. Like, it feels very like.
That's a good color for you. It's like you can do like good bold colors. I feel like that's not. It's a no for me. Trend you can't get behind. Ooh, like 90s grunge.
Yes, it's
Like,
terrible.
don't.
Like, my kids are like, "Oh, this is so cool. Have you seen this trend?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Or a cargo
like 30
pants.
years ago.
Stop. Like the wide leg cargo pants with
It's
like
all
a
the baggy
tube
jeans.
top.
Yeah. Something you can't live without in fashion.
Nude shoes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I think graphic tees.
Yeah.
That's my life.
You do love a good graphic tee. Most surprising comeback trend.
Velour
90s fashion.
Velour jumpsuit.
Yes. Like a juicy couture suit.
So terrible.
I can get behind like that in the comfort of my own home, but like not the zip up tight. It reminds me of oh gosh, what's the movie? The milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Mean Girls, yeah.
And the mom wanting
Yeah.
to be like, what happened? Tell
I
me
know.
everything. I'm like,
The last time I wore one, I was literally going into labor. Well, not really going into labor. I was like dying before I actually had her.
like a belly, like it was like underneath.
It was like a
belly.
maternity one, but it was like skin tight all the way down and like bell bottom.
Please find a photo of this.
I don't have it. I was like dying that night, you know.
Yeah.
That's when I had Maddie.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
That was a rough time.
Yeah, anyway.
How often do you apply self tanner? I would say for sure once a week.
No more than 2 for me.
Yeah. I feel like you do more than I do.
Yeah. I'd say solid 2, like for sure.
I try to make like 1 last, but I would do 2 if I needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I'm also starting to be like, what is in this? Like, is this just like eroding the inside of my body? Probably. Color's great though.
Yes. Favorite thing you wore as a kid? Man, I wore a lot of jumpsuits. It was like,
Interesting.
well, it was not by choice, but I have so many pictures in like 4th and 5th grade. Every picture I had taken is like button up, long sleeve, wide leg, like black with flowers on it, jumpsuit.
I don't know my favorite thing I wore as a kid. I wore a lot of different things, which is probably how I ended up where I am. I don't know. That's a
I
good
can think more
question.
about high school, but not as a kid. So, yeah.
If you could only shop at 3 retailers for the rest of your life, which 3? Anthropologie, Target, probably Nordstrom.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because you can get like everything
Yes.
you would need at all.
I know,
of
and that's what
those.
I think of. Like, definitely Target, and I would even say Abercrombie.
I mean, I will say the other day I was looking on Anthro's website and I literally thought to myself, if I could only like shop at one place for the rest of my life, like this fits my personality the most. Like the unique pieces. I feel like I could do a lot with all of like everything that they have.
If I had a champagne budget, I'd definitely be there
Well,
too, but I
yeah.
don't. So I'm just that I couldn't do that.
But they didn't ask that.
No, that's true. They didn't. Favorite splurge-worthy brand, Anthropologie.
I mean, brand, I would say Chanel.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that yet.
I love that you just said yet.
I mean, goals, right?
All right. Gotta speak these things into existence.
Oldest item in your closet. A pair of red checkered Vans slide-ons.
I think like there's probably some shoes in there. It's hard for me because I feel like my closet kind of rotates. But this probably isn't the oldest item in there, but one that I will like never get rid of is this like H&M maxi dress that is like this stunning sage color. It's like floral watercolor.
Yeah.
That is like the piece if I don't have something to wear, I always go for that.
Yeah.
Like I would literally wear that every single day if I could.
Yeah. Closet organized or not by season or by color or anything like that? Yeah,
Mine is
no
not.
for you. Yeah.
I wish.
Mine is, I do it by style. It's tank top, short sleeves, long sleeves, sweaters, dresses, and then it's by sleeve or length.
That's
and
nice. I would love
And
to
then I
know
have
what
all
that
my
life
jeans.
is like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Favorite designer bag? Oh, I don't even know how to pick a favorite.
I have a favorite. I don't own it yet, but I have a favorite.
I love that.
Yes.
I think maybe like a Chanel classic flap in either black or tan would be like, or I don't know, that like really pretty mauve boy bag that I have
Yes.
is like such a good one.
The boy bag is like goals, man.
I do love that one.
Yeah.
All right, next topic is everyday favorites. Current coffee order.
I would say when I get it, if it's, I've tried to do coffee in the morning now. I don't know if you've noticed that. I've been
know.
trying to do that.
know.
So if I get a coffee, usually, oh gosh, I have two.
Why is this hard for us?
I know, because it's like I have a hot one and I have a cold one. So chai, dirty chai latte with oat milk. And then I usually get an extra shot of espresso in that. That's hot. And then honey oat milk latte, iced.
Yeah. Before recently, my favorite was a honey lavender oat milk latte iced. But now I'm trying to like not do oat milk, and that's been very hard because it is so nice and creamy. So I don't know what my current favorite coffee order is because I'm trying to figure out what is going to work for me. And so far, nothing
0 for
has
0.
lived up
Yeah.
to the expectations. Favorite cocktail? Just give me a glass of champagne. Like,
Yeah. That is my favorite.
or I would say the Greyhound at Chuck's is like the best.
It really is.
Grapefruit vodka with like a soda water. I don't know what else is in there, but like it's so good.
So
Grapefruit juice.
cocktail, it honestly, if it has a vodka base,
You love a lemon drop martini.
I really do.
Yeah.
It's like an oldie but a goodie. I know how I can handle it. It's great. Yeah.
I usually don't drink cocktails that much.
No, you don't.
Like
You'll go
I'm
for
like a
Prosecco
wine
or a
yeah, I'm not like
wine.
I don't know. The liquors scare me. Favorite category you follow on Instagram besides fashion? Home.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
My Explore page is just like home content.
Yeah.
Like, so many good home bloggers.
So spiritual. When God helped you in a way, you knew it was him and him alone. I feel like I've talked about this recently. This is probably the biggest one for me is when Lindsay connected us.
Yeah, I mean, that was just like a straight up, like, there's literally no way we would have connected
No.
otherwise. So that I would say agree. I also think there were just times when we were like going through infertility that I was like, this is like only, like, I'm only being carried and like surviving right now.
Yes.
Because of my faith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite at-home dinner? Ooh, Chris has been making really good chicken parm lately that I love. We also used to make this like one skillet pasta a lot. Back when I was doing a lot of the cooking, I had that in the rotation very often.
That's actually what mine is right now. And it was something I obviously learned on TikTok during COVID. And it's just like such an easy go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go-to lunch, a sandwich.
Yeah. Firehouse lately.
I love Jimmy John's. Yeah.
I feel like Maypole is another one that we do a lot here.
True.
This is right down the street.
True.
Sweet or salty?
Can I have both?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I kind of go more salty.
It just depends on what the sweet is.
I know.
So, yeah. Current devotional. I don't have a current one, but the last one I had is Jesus Calling.
That's a good one. I'm currently doing, there's this girl I follow on Instagram, Proverbs 31 girl. I think it's the Proverbs 31 girl. Her name's Allie. And she started a thing that started at the beginning of June that was reading through the Bible for a whole year. And so I started at the beginning of June, and I've actually been surprised with myself of how consistent I've been. It's just a few verses or a few chapters every day. And I'm there's some stuff that I'm hold on, did I just read that in the Bible? I've read the Bible plenty of times, but not in chronological order.
Yeah.
And it's been so fascinating. I feel like I'm connecting dots from
as an
being in
adult,
Bible class
yes.
and being whoa, that's okay. This is what they're talking about. This is applying to me now or whatever. It's been very interesting.
I went back and reread it as an adult, and I don't think I got all the way through, but I did start it again, and I was just whoa.
Yeah, literally.
I don't remember this being what I was taught. This.
What I read yesterday was,
Yes.
I'm in Sodom and Gomorrah, if you guys are familiar. It's tough times for them.
Quirky or weird habit?
Do you know mine?
No, I just immediately thought of mine because I do it to you.
What?
If you say something and it's a lyric to a song, I'll start singing it.
That is definitely you. You do that with anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what mine would be, but I'm
trying
sure
to think
everybody in this room is probably it's for sure that.
I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head.
I don't know. Everybody behind the camera is saying they don't know either. I don't know. A weird habit?
You'll check yourself in your camera. It's not weird. But I think
mean,
it's your
it feels
job.
right. Because I'm always oh, are we on or are we not on?
I just noticed instead of the mirror, you'll pick up your phone and you're okay, I'm fine. Huh. I don't know.
Okay.
That's just the first thing I thought
That
of.
feels good. If we could have a superpower, what would it be?
I kind of would want to time travel.
Oh.
I don't know if that's an
I think
option.
I would want to know the future. I want to know the future.
I was going to say that, but I was I kind of want to go back and forth.
'Cause I'm such a planner. I want to be oh, what are we getting into?
But would that feed into your anxiety?
Probably.
Okay.
For sure. For sure.
Last thing you ate. I ate a hot dog.
I ate a carrot. One thing you can eat daily and never get tired of.
Pizza.
I agree.
Yeah.
I eat pizza every day or Mexican.
Yes.
I love to make
cheese dip. Okay. Favorite ice cream flavor. I know this is I'm an old person. I love butter pecan.
Gross. Not for me.
Yeah. Or vanilla, but
I like chocolate or moose tracks.
yeah. Okay. Go to road trip snack. Cheetos.
But the puffy Cheetos.
Yes. And the white cheddar.
Yeah, those are good.
Oh, I love the white cheddar ones.
Or the white cheddar popcorn, Smart Pop.
Oh, yes.
Another
yes,
favorite.
Yes.
Nerd ropes. Clusters.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're terrible for you, but they're so good.
Oh, this is funny because we're on full coverage panties or thongs.
Thongs.
Boy shorts. Not really. It's boy briefs, I guess, if full coverage.
See, but I don't sleep in thongs.
I don't want to wear thong. I had my time in that.
Yeah, but you had your time in it when it was a piece of floss.
I know, and it was silk, and it was not good for your
Ew.
hygiene.
Your microbiome of your...
Exactly. The flora down
Yes.
there. I've learned all these new words.
But I feel like now there's so many... You should give it another try.
I should. I haven't been shopping to find the right one.
Yeah, and I found the right ones are $25 per thong. And I'm
I know.
this is robbery.
I know, and that's why I haven't
But
tried
they're
those.
great.
I know. Favorite kitchen appliance?
Is the coffee machine an option?
It has to be because I hate kitchen appliances.
Yeah. An air fryer is a close second right now.
It's probably the only other thing that I will use on a consistent basis.
Or a toaster. I use a toaster a lot.
Do you? Mm-hmm. I love my KitchenAid mixer because I feel like I can next level bake now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Favorite candle scent?
Volcano by Capri Blue.
Yeah, I agree.
I
There's
just got us a
this
new one.
one candle that I just got. I don't know what the brand is, but the name of the candle is Georgia, and I picked it up at like a little home shop in Highlands, and it smells so good.
Oh.
I need to look up the brand because I like will buy it again.
Right. Daily routine or habit you can't go without doing. Washing my face and brushing my teeth.
Absolutely, skincare.
Yeah.
Like morning and night routine. Like
Yes. Don't miss it.
yes, no. SNS or gel nails?
SNS.
SNS, which reminds me, I need to make an appointment. Biggest fear, irrational fear.
Oof.
Like related to my kids, I would say my biggest fear was like worrying that I would be carrying them and that I would fall. And like I fall on them or something. That was always like such a fear of mine when I was new, like with a newborn.
I don't feel like that's irrational though.
But I would like go out of my way to be like I'm stepping, like overly conscious.
Yeah. I think it's not possible because I've already like put it out in the universe, you know, but getting kidnapped and like raped and killed, you know, that kind of thing. Because I watch these really scary things.
I know.
But speaking of like that fourth trimester, we were talking about like crazy thoughts. I would cry every night about dying because I didn't want to leave my kids behind.
Yeah.
I was like,
fourth trimester does some weird stuff to
lost
you.
my mind, like would wake Robert up and be like, oh my God, I can't die. Like it was just like,
Be like, I'm going to kill you if you don't let me sleep.
Literally, you don't have to worry about it, dude.
Biggest pet peeve. I know what yours is. She like cannot handle somebody crunching or chewing.
I will go postal. Like literally, I feel like one day I probably will because it rattled me to my core, to my bones. Like I can't even describe it.
Like I think of this now. Even yesterday, I got a snack. I had like yogurt and granola, and then we were gonna go over something, and I was like, "This is probably gonna bother her," but like
I usually remove myself, and I did. Took me a minute, but I did.
I mean, I'm not like smacking.
No,
it's just like
you could be
the
with your mouth
normal
closed and it's just
chewing
crunching.
and it's crunching.
Yeah. My family literally tests my every limit at dinner.
On purpose, though?
On purpose. They'll start giggling. I'm like...
Yes. You're like, get out of here.
Pet peeve.
I don't know. I feel like... Do you know?
Maybe.
What?
It's one at least. I don't know if you have more, but... I think it's... I'm trying to figure out how to word it. Carefully.
You're like, this is something you should maybe work through.
No. It's like people exceeding in their roles or their jobs or just like the norm. Like the norm.
Like
Your
I feel like my
expectations
are just high.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's like a pet peeve if you like don't.
It is.
But I don't think of that as like a pet peeve. That's not going to annoy me. I mean, it will, I guess.
It will.
Like, just be better. Just do the most. That's probably like maybe more of like a toxic trait than a pet peeve.
Okay.
I don't know.
Thought I'd give you one since you
That's
couldn't come
true.
up with one.
So. Makes sense. Okay, this is our last one. 3 people you could have dinner with who are either dead or alive.
I've always said Abraham Lincoln.
Oh.
He was pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Lady Gaga. She'd be like my best friend. And then I think her and Taylor Swift would be great together. I just feel like those people like have so much talent, like, and wisdom. For me, I am huge into music, guys, like love music, but the artistic side of it. And then just honestly, like, I don't know. Abraham Lincoln did so many cool things and like was a very intelligent person. I'd just be curious.
Yeah. I think I would love to have dinner with Jesus.
Oh,
Have some questions like,
I know. Sorry, guys. Mine was
up?
lame.
what's going on? I also have like a huge crush on George W. Bush.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to have dinner with him.
Yeah.
Just as like a person. He's
Yeah.
sweet angel. And the third one, I don't know a third. There's nobody that's like, I feel like no one that would be like who can like match Jesus, you know? Like
I know. I just feel like I'm over here like,
wah, wah.
mine is not great.
But yours makes sense. Like I agree. Like I think
It's
I
just
don't know.
who
I
thought of
think I
first,
could
guys.
do like another Ryan Reynolds, like
Seriously.
that.
Man Crush Monday, you know? Like,
Seriously. Oh my gosh. Do you remember when people would get on and do like,
listen, I have a story to tell you later about that. Yes, I found my, like, I used to do it. And Henry Cavill in 2012 was mine.
oh my gosh.
Can't help it. Still on top. Anyway, hopefully that was fun.
Yeah. I think there was definitely some ones in there that stumped us.
Yes. Yes.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, well, thanks for listening to the episode.
Hopefully
and
that was fun for you guys too.
maybe we'll do this again with a little bit more like this or that.
Yeah. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
And we could do like a quick episode, like maybe even like a little bonus.
Yeah. We could get behind a bonus episode.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk to you guys next time.